So, kind of wanted to make an observation about myself and others, how inherently biased I am when I'm looking at news stories or current political climate debates or judgments on debates or opinions on debate or opinions on what one person said or other person said. Although I would, or although I kind of try to put myself in the neutral position. It's kind of hard sometimes. Not hard. Almost find it impossible sometimes, especially in this political climate where things are and what you see, especially now, if you are watching traditional media, major mainstream media, then you probably are stuck. If that's the primary source of the information, or whoever watching whichever media you're watching, left or right, doesn't matter, then you're stuck. I think that's what I see with most people. The people who are kind of leaned away from the traditional media and watch alternate sources like podcasts, independent media outlets like, I don't know, blog post, people they're actually reporters now who become independent and just report on actual facts and news. They're not either side, and they are pretty strongly against both sides, right? Whatever is wrong, they'll report on that or give, research facts on that. That's what I kind of trust these days, right? If I find those, then those are the ones, Even if I listen to a podcast, I take it with a grain of salt, depending on the person's leaning, right? But if it's consistently reported elsewhere too, then that's where I say, okay, this might be the truth. Doesn't mean I'll change my, opinions on how politics should be or how things should be, but at least you like, is the source believable? Is the story believable? But what I'm finding is, what I've seen is, it is pretty amazing that people have these strong opinions and decide to post on like social media, like Facebook or whatever, somehow wanting to declare this person is evil, wrong, whatever, as if everybody in their social media somehow will be suddenly kind of have a breakthrough, right? By their post, suddenly change their opinion. I mean, it's not even like they're 20 something year olds. They're like, I've seen people 40, 50s, 60s even doing that. I'm like, are you kidding me? Don't you realize by now that you're not going to change anybody's opinion by posting on the social media strong opinions, especially being very, I guess, kind of, I don't know the right word, maybe an abusive language or kind of strong language. Kind of I guess, a leaning towards one side or the other, kind of strongly condemning the other side, right? That just is not conducive. It's not going to get any results. Because, yeah, sure, whoever believes in your opinion or in your way of thinking, sure, they'll like it. But the people on the other side, they're not going to like it. They're not going to convert or change their mind. You're just going to alienate them even more. So that's where, like, why do you guys keep doing that, right? Why do people keep doing that? And it doesn't help. If I guess one of the things I noticed is most of these people are traditional media watching. So they have their whatever traditional media outlets, news outlets they watch, and that's the source. And they don't want to deviate, because I had discussions with friends. I know as soon as they start talking on a strong opinions on one side or the other, which news medias they might be watching. But then there are few who are kind of changing their mind. Then all of a sudden, they're, I guess, watching other outlets or opinions, whatever. And then kind of like me, where I don't go to traditional media anymore. So bottom line is, if you are one of those posting opinions, strong opinions on social media, and you think that's going to change anybody's mind, I don't know, maybe look look at yourself and see if you will ever change your mind. If somebody opposite view posts strong opinions about their point of view, right? And condemning you, whatever, right? It's not going to work. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, for me, I can understand if a 20 something year old, even 30 something year old does it. But 40, 50 year olds, come on, it's not going to change anybody's opinion. And then why do you complain about that, right? You're not changing anybody's opinion, and then you complain about other people. What's the point? You're just wasting time and your energy, not only your mental energy, physical energy, because mental energy is equal to physical energy. One of the things, I wanted to, it's kind of surprising to me, but I also noticed a little bit about myself. Sometimes I get excited, too excited. And I guess I'm still evolving, right? No matter how much, I feel like I am beyond that trigger personality, I still get triggered. So that's the thing, right? That's what I've learned is like, hey, there's finished as never is. There are good days, bad days. There are days when I'm like, but not bothered by anybody, getting excited about anything. And there are days I get triggered, right? That's life, right? But the bottom line is, hey, if you're one of those people who have strong opinions and think you should share it on social media, maybe look at it and say, is that really going to change anybody's opinion? Hey, if not, do whatever you want, but just saying.